Dealing with a pissed off or angry customer who even gets combative is going to be one of the hardest things you ever do in a restaurant. It's going to be something you have to defuse and not antagonize, and also not do what you might feel like doing, but what needs to be done in that situation. Hey, and if you want to up-level your restaurant to make it a safe environment across the board and also profitable, check out Unsliced. It's my course program, a real-ass owner's real course. The link below, just apply. By the end of this video, you will have real ways to de-escalate inside a restaurant. Not just de-escalation strategies, but restaurant-specific ones. Hey, before we go any further, hit the like and subscribe button. That way I can get this message out to you and more people so we can make the restaurant safer and more profitable for the independent owners like you. I'm Bausch. I own Andolini's Worldwide. This is one of my restaurants. I got 12 of them across 7 brands with over 300 employees, all located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, doing real-ass stuff for real-ass people with real-ass food. Google me. I don't suck. I'll talk to you outside of this if you'd like to. Hey, and for my own entertainment and for everyone else watching this, comment below your craziest customer interaction. I'm sure all of us would benefit from hearing them. Hey, so first and foremost, let's understand conflict triggers. What triggers someone to get combative? Truly, it starts with unmet expectations. I thought I was going to pay you money and I was going to get this, and it didn't happen. Whether it's a long wait time, food is wrong, or someone's being disrespectful, or they perceive that someone's being disrespectful, that can send off certain people to the stratosphere.
There's Major Nelson ready to step off into space.
Understand that a lot of people, especially combative customers, probably came in with their own backpack of anger already. So it might have nothing to do with you. That does not matter. They are in your 4 walls right now. So what are you going to do about it to ensure this customer not only leaves, but leaves happy and not just without incident? The first thing you could do is understand what triggers a customer to get so mad. Again, if you have a disrespectful staff, like every Spirit Airlines TikTok you've seen lately, or the times where people are just not responding appropriately, that's going to get customers more angry. You can fight that off with training. So here's certain things that you could be training employees to do to never even get into this situation to begin with. The macro number one thing that you and all your staff need to know is the host method. H, hear them out. Whatever the problem is, hear it. Let me hear out what went wrong here. Oh, well, this server didn't want to seat us, and I could tell that they did this and 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 this. Let them get all their anger out. Hearing them is going to let them get it out of their system, because if you cut them off or don't even hear them out, that's going to make them more frustrated. No matter the situation, no matter small or large, whether it's over email, over a DM, and especially in person, the first rule is hear them out. The second is offer a solution. Hey, I know we ruined your daughter's graduation, but here's a discount the next time you come in. 5% off an appetizer is not an offer. If you screw up, you need to offer something that's going to be commiserate to the pain they feel. So if the food is not good, you comp the food. If, hey, this room's just a little chilly, you don't need to comp the whole meal. But you can say, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe you give a free dessert because you couldn't fix the AC that day. This is you offering something commiserate or equal to their pain level. The next is solve it. Now, that's not giving the offer. Solve is different. Hear them out, offer. S, solve. What caused this problem? Hey, the food's running way behind because our oven broke, and we're gonna fix that tonight. I'm sorry. We're gonna fix the oven. Or, hey, you didn't seat our party. Oh, we must have skipped you. I realize now that host doesn't have the proper awareness of how to seat people appropriately. They screwed up. I'm so sorry. I will train them more. And then last but not least, T for thank you. Thank them for pointing this out to you. So when it all comes together, you hear out the problem, you offer a solution, you then solve what caused the problem to begin with, even if it's right now or into the future, but you explain that you will solve this problem. And last but not least, no matter how bad it gets, you thank them. When you do this correctly and effectively, you will get more buy-in. Here's some tips to how you're going to deliver the host method. First rule to de-escalation, get their name. If you know their name and they know your name, it is significantly harder to hate you. I'm going to make that very, very clear again. If you say, hey, I know all this went sideways. I'm Mike. What was your name? Well, I'm Tim. This host said that it was going to only be 20 minutes and we're at 40 minutes. Tim, I get that. That's not ideal. Obviously, you know it's not ideal and I know it's not ideal. So in that delivery, I got their name, told my name first. So there was a more approachable manner that they could give me their name. And then instead of saying,
oh, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. What do you want?
I empathized. I empathized deeply and with a little bit of a smile, not laughing at the situation like, I know it's hard. By talking in that manner, kind of like an AM radio voice, but in that manner where it's approachable and soft, I can therefore get a human interaction, and people don't want to be pissed at humans. Think about it for a second. How many times in a road rage incident do you know the person's name and they don't know yours? Because you're just the person in their way at that moment. That's why road rage exists. If we knew their names and they knew ours, it would be significantly less likely. That's why you don't see as much road rage in the church parking lot as you do out on the freeway 10 minutes later. The next way by you being more mortified than they are, they will invert. Let me explain. Let's say there's a hair in their food and you say,
oh, there's a hair in your food? All right, like, you can comp that.
That's a very non-inverted response. So their response is going to invert to that one.
A hair and that's all you got? Okay, buddy.
Maybe you don't care.
Yeah, I'm a little disgusted. I don't really want to eat here.
As opposed to,
oh my God, there's a hair in your food? That is not normal. I do not like it. We're gonna take all this. We're gonna make you a new plate right now. I'm gonna go right into the back and check and see how that's even possible because they're all wearing hairnets. I am not okay with this. I'm gonna get right to work to figure this out. Hey, I get it. I've worked a restaurant too. Hair happens. I'm fine.
The inversion dynamic is you raising it so much that they go back down. If you go low, they're gonna go high. So you gotta come up high with how mortified you are for them to go low. The inversion dynamic with host is going to defuse the situation. You add their name and your name into the mix, and it's pretty impossible to be super pissed at you. Next, boundaries. You will get into a situation where you need to calmly and coolly just stop it. Here's an example. If someone starts cursing at you.
I speak English and what? What? English, do you speak it?
Or any type of insult that is directed at people. Like that idiot server over there said this. You get to say, excuse me, stop. I'm gonna pause you right there. I'm not gonna have my staff insulted. So we can continue this conversation, but understand, I'm not gonna tolerate that and I'm gonna walk away if that happens again. Are we understood? I'm Mike. What was your name again? If you haven't already got the name, and now you have diffused that escalating. Don't say,
oh, they're an idiot? Well, I'm not gonna put up with that. So you're the idiot. You're the dumbass who said blah, blah, blah.
Do not fight fire with fire. You know what firefighters use? Water, not fire. So don't fight fire with fire. Water, diffuse it. You are not allowed to get pissed. I will repeat. You're not allowed to get pissed. It's not about what you want to do. It's not about how you were disrespected. You, when you walk into your restaurant, are an Aikido master. They come at you, and you just deflect, because you are not benefited at all by fighting them. You're not. You're not going to get more money. You're not going to get more customers. You're not going to create anything good for you by doing this. So don't. Be the Aikido master and diffuse. Fight fire with water. But if you feel that they are cursing at you or disrespecting your staff, put a pause on the conversation and say, hey, hold on. I understand you're frustrated, but we're not going to curse at each other. Now, what was your name? Here's mine. Can we agree to that? No rational, reasonable individual is going to antagonize after that. If they do, your next step is going to be to call the police. Hey, I gave a warning. You're still cursing. So now I'm calling the authorities. You are being asked to leave. Here's where it gets a little bit different. Some people will say, hey, I'd kick them right out. I would not advise ever placing hands on any customer in any situation, no matter what. There is too many people in the world who will seek to do this to get a rise out of you, thinking they can therefore sue you. And if they're gonna act crazy, let them act crazy over in the corner for a few minutes. Your customers, the real normal ones, will be fine and the police will arrive. If the police are not coming to you in any way, shape, or form, you can then say, hey, I've offered you all these solutions. I need you to leave. If you have a combative customer who you don't have the cops available for and they are freaking out in the corner, you just need to let them freak out in the corner. If they do damage to your business, so be it. You got insurance for that. You should have cameras and insurance to take care of any situation. Tell all your staff and customers to leave them be, to get out of the way. Comp what you need to comp, and let them freak out, because what you don't want to do is put hands on them or get into any level of physical altercation that could come back and bite you in the ass later.
But I will kick your side.
If this person has mental health issues, again, looking at them in the eye and saying, hey, buddy, we don't need to do this. Get their name. I'm saying that for the upteenth time. Get their name and defuse. Do you just need a drink? You can take your food. It's on the house, but please leave. That is how you defuse. It's your responsibility to defuse. Some food being given out, way cheaper. Some windows being broken, way cheaper than a lawsuit. All of this. And don't concern yourself with your respect. He disrespected me. They're a psychopath if it's gotten to this part. Do you want their respect? Do you need that? No. So don't give a crap about that. Stay above the fray. And again, Aikido master. They come at you, you deflect them like an Aikido master that Steven Seagal believes himself to be. And that's right, Steven Seagal. I just called you out. I did it. I'm not diffusing this situation. Steven Seagal, you want to have hands? Come here. I'm here all day, Steven Seagal, because if I'm going to fight anyone, it's going to be Steven Seagal. The next thing you can do is to learn from this. Learn from the incident. Document it. Go over the video, talk with staff, say, what do we do right and wrong here? Because the likelihood is at some point it will happen again. So what have you done in your protocols to be prepared for this? Hey, when that guy comes in, immediately call the police. Or, hey, when people get like that over this, just give them X. Do that. Set up the protocol, because therefore it's not a surprise. The unexpected should be expected. And if you set up a meeting with your staff to go over these diffusing techniques, not just for yourself, but for them, to hear them out, offer a solution, solve the problem, thank them, get their name, and invert the dynamic whenever things go sideways, you're already off to a great start. Hey, and if this video was in any way helpful, please like it, share it to like someone cool like you, and subscribe. It would help me out, it will help you out, and it'll spread the message of good restaurant ownership to the world. And now I mean the world to me. So now that we know how to defuse the situation, go out, have your best restaurant life possible, and thank you so much for watching.